Behind every giant leap for mankind, there are countless small steps taken by unsung heroes. When we think of space exploration, names like Neil Armstrong, Yuri Gagarin, or even Elon Musk might spring to mind. These figures, rightfully admired, have pushed the boundaries of human knowledge and capability. They've set foot on the moon, orbited our planet, and envisioned cities on Mars. But they didn't do it alone. Beyond the spotlight, there are countless individuals whose names might not be as familiar, but their contributions have been just as crucial. They've charted trajectories, designed spacecraft, and even risked their lives in the quest for knowledge. These individuals are the unsung heroes of space exploration. Their work, often behind the scenes, has been instrumental in turning the impossible into reality. So let's take a moment to step away from the limelight and venture into the shadows. Now let us shine a light on these uncelebrated pioneers. First, we have John Houbolt, the man who defied the conventions of his time. Houbolt was a visionary, a man who dared to dream in ways others couldn't. He was instrumental in the development of the Lunar Orbit Rendezvous, or LOR, a concept that was vital to the success of the Apollo moon missions. The LOR was a daring plan, involving two spacecrafts, one to orbit the moon and another to land on its surface. Houbolt faced immense resistance. His ideas were initially dismissed, even ridiculed, but he was relentless. He believed in his concept, fought for it, and finally managed to convince NASA of its feasibility. His determination not only proved his critics wrong, but also changed the course of space exploration. John Houbolt was the unsung hero behind one of humanity's greatest achievements. Without Houbolt, we might never have made that one small step on the moon. Next, we honor Katherine Johnson, the human computer who shattered glass ceilings. This remarkable woman was not just an accomplished mathematician, but a trailblazer in the truest sense. Working at NASA during a time when the field was overwhelmingly white and male, she stood out not just for her gender and race, but for her incredible mind. Her primary role was to calculate the complex trajectories that would take astronauts to the moon and back. It was Johnson who worked out the paths for the Apollo missions, making sure that these daring voyages were not just possible, but safe. She was instrumental in the success of these missions, her mathematical prowess guiding astronauts across the dark expanse of space. Her journey was not without its struggles, but Katherine Johnson persisted, breaking barriers and challenging the status quo. She was a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of determination. Johnson's calculations helped us reach for the stars. We now turn to Robert H. Goddard, the man who launched a new era in space exploration. Born in the late 19th century, Goddard was a visionary who turned his childhood dreams into reality, crafting the first liquid-fueled rocket. His invention, while simple in design, was groundbreaking. It transformed the concept of space exploration from mere fantasy into a tangible, achievable reality. Goddard's journey wasn't without its challenges. His ideas were often met with ridicule and disbelief. But he remained undeterred, pressing on with unwavering determination. His tireless efforts laid the foundation for the rockets that would eventually carry humans into space, to the moon, and beyond. His story is a testament to the power of perseverance in the face of adversity. Despite the skepticism he faced, Goddard never lost sight of his vision. His work has left an indelible mark on the field of space exploration. Goddard's vision propelled us into the space age. Our penultimate hero is Valentin Bondarenko, a cosmonaut whose tragic fate was concealed for decades. Bondarenko was part of the first group of cosmonauts selected by the Soviet Union, a group that included Yuri Gagarin, the first human to journey into outer space. Bondarenko was a promising candidate, but his journey to the stars was cut short. During a routine training exercise in a high-oxygen environment, a fire broke out, claiming Bondarenko's life. He was just 24 years old. But the world didn't know about this tragedy. The Soviet authorities, fearing the impact on their space program's image, kept Bondarenko's death a closely guarded secret. It wasn't until the glasnost era of the late 80s that the truth about his fate was finally revealed. Bondarenko's sacrifice reminds us of the human cost of space exploration. His story is a poignant reminder that the path to the stars is paved with not only triumphs but also tragic losses. Finally, we honor Margaret Hamilton, the woman whose code took us to the moon. A mathematician and systems engineer, Hamilton led the team that developed the onboard flight software for NASA's Apollo missions. In a time when software didn't even have a name, she was pioneering a whole new field. Hamilton was not just an engineer, she was a visionary. She saw the potential of software as an integral part of the systems and machines we build, and she was the first to call it software engineering. Her foresight was proven right when, during the Apollo 11 mission, her software's robust error detection and recovery systems prevented a mission abort, enabling Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin to land safely on the moon. Hamilton's genius ensured our safe journey to the moon and back. Her contributions have forever shaped the field of software engineering and the course of space exploration, and for that, we owe her an immeasurable debt of gratitude. These 5 heroes and many others like them have shaped the course of space exploration. They've carved paths into the unknown, their brilliant minds and tireless dedication pushing the boundaries of what we once considered impossible. John Houbolt's lunar orbit rendezvous concept was pivotal to the success of the Apollo moon missions. Katherine Johnson, the human computer, calculated trajectories that launched astronauts into space and brought them safely home. Robert H. Goddard, the father of modern rocketry, propelled us into the space age. Valentin Bondarenko, the forgotten cosmonaut, gave his life in the pursuit of space exploration, reminding us of the risks and the human cost. And Margaret Hamilton, her software guided the Apollo missions, literally taking us to the moon. In the silent void of space, their contributions echo loudly, reminding us that every giant leap begins with a small step. Let's honor them by continuing their legacy of exploration and discovery.